Good evening, or good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on when and where you're watching this. My name is Faye. I'm here with NorthernRed Fitness, and tonight I'm going to be bringing you a flow yoga to open up through the hips, the back, and through the chest. So we're going to be working on our sun salutations to start as a warm-up. As per usual, I am here in the beautiful Okanagan in Kelowna, BC, and I am so thankful to be able to share this practice with you from wherever you're watching. If you want to drop a comment and let me know where you're at, that is always very welcome. Don't forget to like, save, share this video, and we'll be making more of them to come. So we're going to start at the top of our mats, big toes together, and a little space between the heels. Stacking the ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, and hips over the heels. So rolling back, belly button in nice and tight, nice strong deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose. Beautiful. Hands open up by the side. Shoulders back, maybe we close the eyes. Deep inhale, filling all the way up to the top of the chest. Exhaling completely. Inhale, filling the belly, through the ribs to the top of the lungs. And exhale completely. Once more, big inhale. Exhale, sinking deep into those heels. The next inhale, we sweep up, lengthening through the fingertips. Exhale, folding all the way down, hanging out here in Uttanasana. Stacking the hips over the heels in our forward fold, head nice and heavy. Maybe we just have our hands hanging down near the knees, maybe to the shins, and perhaps you can get to the floor. And this is our first Uttanasana of the evening of the class. So don't feel like you have to touch the floor at all. Maybe we bend one knee and then the other. Finding length through the opposite hamstring. Always making sure we stay within our wheelhouse. Remember, if we have any issues with the heart, high blood pressure, maybe pregnant, that we don't fold all the way forward, we keep it at a half fold. Straightening up through the legs on an inhale, coming up to that half lift. Ardha Uttanasana here. Shoulders draw away from the shoulders, hands on the thighs, maybe the shins. Perhaps your practice allows you to bring your hands to the floor. Big inhale. On an exhale, we bend the knees, hands to the floor, step back into a plank of your choice. This can be off the knees or off the toes. Ears, shoulders, hips in line. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly lower the chest, the knees, the pelvis to the floor. Start by placing the forearms down beside the side body. Inhale, lift the chest up into Sphinx. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes under, rock back to the knees, and then lift up into downward facing dog. So here we're going to pedal the knees, bend one knee, then the other. Pressing the entire hand into the floor, not just the wrists, but the fingertips, the knuckles, the palms. Ears sit softly between the arms. Press the belly button back towards the thigh. On an inhale, prepare to come forward. Exhale, walk or step your feet all the way forward to the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Beautiful. shake out. So that was a modified version of our sun salutation, our Surya Namaskar A. So you can continue on with those adaptations, maybe shifting to the knees instead of downward dog, coming into Sphinx as opposed to upward facing dog. I'll cue for that, but just listen if that's where your body chooses to be. If you'd like to challenge yourself, I'll show you how to do that now. Hands by the side, big inhale, sweep ta. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale to half lift. Bend the knees, hands to the floor, walk, step, jump back to plank. Exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale, sweep up, back bend of your choice. Exhale, rock back to downward facing dog or tabletop if that's where your practice has you. Feet are hip width apart, big inhale. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Inhale. And exhale. Once more, big inhale, prepare to come forward. Exhale, walk, step, jump. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, relax. Inhale, sweep all the way up tall. And exhale into heart center. Beautiful. Once more, just like that. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Bend the knees, hands to the floor, walk, step, jump back to plank. Vinyasa through, lowering down. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, rock back. Inhale. And exhale. Big inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale, preparing to come forward. Exhale, walk, step, jump the feet. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale, into heart center. Beautiful. Readjusting all the weight onto our left foot. So everything on that left side pulls down. Inhale, let's lift the right leg, send it back. Onto a 45 degree. Turn the shoulders forward, that hip forward. Big inhale, sweep up into warrior one. Arms on either side of the ears. Shoulders in there for the hip, turn forward. That back foot is on a 45 degree. A few big deep breaths here. Settling deeper into the hips. Big inhale. Exhale, a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale to warrior two. Lengthen fingertip to fingertip. Pressing that left knee outward. Line it up with the big toe. Shoulders drop down and back. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, exalted. Right hand to right thigh, left arm reaches up, opening up through that side body. Press the hips forward. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, straighten out through the legs, reach the hands forward, kick the hips back. And tilt here. So hand comes onto that front leg, lengthen fingertip to fingertip. Rolling open through the side body. Big belly breaths here. Trying to stack the shoulders over that front leg. A slow exhale, we bend that left front knee. Left arm onto the thigh, reaching that hand up. We hold it here, getting deeper into the hip. If it's in your practice, we can reach that left hand down to the floor, or maybe wrap the hands around. Really open up through the chest and the shoulders. Lengthen through the spine. Dropping the hips down. On an exhale, hands come to the inside of the foot. Nice low lunge here. So that back leg, if you like, can drop down, or you can lift that back leg off the floor, lengthening through the hips. Think about lowering down into that hip, slowing down our breath. Deep inhales. Slow exhale, sending them straight into the hip. Soften through the shoulders and let the hips melt down. On an exhale, let's drop that right knee to the floor if it's not there already. Left hand to the inside of the left thigh. Drop it outward and twist. Ensuring we can keep those big, deep belly breaths. If we can't keep that big breath, maybe we need to relax out of that pose just a little. Think about dropping that right hip down. On an exhale, bring it back into center. Hands on either side of that left foot. Step the left foot back into downward facing dog. And you should feel quite a difference here from right leg to left leg. One will feel a little bit longer. Maybe it feels good to pedal out. And when you're ready, we're going to walk the feet up to the hands, taking as many steps as possible. Very small steps. We're walking those feet right up to the hands. Into forward fold. Again, you should feel quite a difference between the right and the left leg. On an inhale, we're going to slowly roll up, stacking vertebrae upon vertebrae. Exhale, rolling up, shaking up through those hips. All the weight is onto the right side now. So pressing that right side down into the floor, ears, shoulders, hips stacked. Inhale, lift that left leg. Send it back onto a 45. Turn the hips, turn the shoulders towards the front of the mat. Big inhale, reach tall. Shoulders down away from the ears, lengthen through those fingertips. Pressing that back heel down, shoulders down. Turn towards the front. Turning our shoulders towards the front of that mat, we'll draw the hips along with it. Deep breaths. Bending that front right knee as we send the hips forward, lengthening through that left hip. Big inhale. Exhale, settling down into warrior two. Press that right knee out. Lengthen fingertip to fingertip. Bend through that front knee and send the hips forward. So bring those shoulders forward on the mat. Relax the toes on that right foot. Soften through the hips. Big inhale. Exhale, exalted. Keeping the legs the same. Right leg is bent, left leg is long. We lengthen through that side body. Deep, deep breaths here. Inhale, shift the body all the way up. Send the hips back. Lengthen through the legs. And coming forward. So hand comes down to the shin, the thigh. Lengthen fingertip to fingertip. Think about turning that left hip up and pressing the right hip under as we stack the shoulders over that front leg. Beautiful. On an exhale, we're going to bring that left hand down. Right elbow to right knee. Hand can be on the thigh on that left side, or maybe it reaches tall. So we've got a heavy bend in that right leg. Left leg is extended. Perhaps the right hand can reach the floor. Maybe it's not in your practice tonight. Perhaps we're wrapping the hands around. Think about lengthening through the spine. Rolling that top shoulder back. On an exhale, hands come down to the inside of the right foot, lifting the left heel up. And the knee can stay off the floor if you like, or maybe we drop it down. Shoulders draw back. And really getting nice and deep into that left hip. So we soften the shoulders. Left hip drops down towards the floor. Lengthening through that left leg. When you're ready, pressing the left knee down into the floor, right hand to right thigh, opening up. So dropping that left leg down a little bit deeper, twisting through the shoulders, but keeping that collarbone long. On an inhale, drop back into center. Let's bring the hands to the inside of that foot. Bring both knees back. Big toes together, settling back into child's pose. So I like the knees nice and wide on the mat. Can't really see that. I wore black pants on a black mat. But my knees are wide to the mat. Sitting back on the heels and lengthen through the hands. Forehead down to the floor. Just take a few moments here. This restorative pose is beautiful for helping settle back into the hips. Releasing the spine. Beautiful. On an inhale, rising up onto the hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Taking just a few moments here, just wiggling out through the hips and letting the head hang down. Inhale, open up to cow. Lifting the chin, arch the back down. Exhale, rounding up. Draw that belly button in. Good. Bringing it back into tabletop. Little wiggle up. We'll sweep the legs around the front of the mat. So we're gonna close here with a pose that just really helps bring the hips back in together and open up through the back. So we'll start by extending the left leg long and bring that right leg in towards the chest. Shoulders back. Taking a few deep breaths here. Really drawing those knees into the shoulders. Relaxing the shoulders down into the mat. And when you're ready on an exhale, we'll use our left hand to draw the right knee across the body. Not forcing that twist, but just allowing gravity to pull that leg as far as we may see fit in our wheelhouse. Shoulders pressed into the ground. Inhale, bring it back up. Maybe both knees come in this time. A little rock out side to side, massaging up the spine. When you're ready, we'll drop the right leg down. Draw the left knee up and in towards the chest. Shoulders press into the floor. A few big deep breaths here. On an exhale, when you're ready, we'll take that leg and draw it across the body. Taking the right hand to the left knee. Shoulders stay planted on the floor, and just allow gravity to pull that leg as far as you feel comfortable. Settling the shoulders into the mat. Ensuring we still can take deep belly breaths. On an inhale, drawing back into center. Knees in tight to the chest, wrap the hands around them again, rocking from side to side. Bringing it in center and then rocking it forward and back. You come all the way up into an easy seated position. So either cross-legged or maybe on the knees. Whatever is appropriate for your practice tonight. Shoulders back and down. Excellent. Let's take 3 deep breaths here, closing the eyes, shoulders back. Inhale. And exhale. Big inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. I'd like to thank you for joining me, for sharing your practice with me this evening. If there's any questions or comments, as always, please leave them below. Otherwise, I wish you a wonderful rest of your night. Keep in mind, as we open up through the hips tonight, we do release a lot of emotions, and usually they're pretty heavy ones. In the hips are where we carry our stress and our tension. So just be mindful of that throughout the evening. Thank you. Namaste. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Thank you.